Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I'm speaking to Airlink CEO and MD Rodger Foster, and we're going to be getting an update on Airlink's domestic network. Rodger, first up, can you tell me, in the wake of COVID, have you had to substantially increase your airfares?
I think from a customer's point of view, I think that we're in a bonanza at the moment. It's highly competitive. Every airline is trying to add as much capacity to the market as they possibly can, to bring the market back as quickly as they possibly can. The fares have dropped through the cracks, and this is a delightful situation from a customer point of view. I don't know that customers have ever been able to travel as cheaply on the trunk market specifically as they have been able to in the last few months since we've been able to introduce capacity again, and that's more or less from the 15th of June. So to answer your question directly, the answer is no. Fares are cheaper now than they ever have been before in the relative sense, and airlines can only extract from the market what the market is ready to pay. And at the moment, the market is still reticent to travel holistically, and especially on the smaller destination type routes. And it'll take a while before the market normalizes again. So airlines are not able to get higher fares from the market at this point in time. But over time, fares will harden, mainly because airlines are under recovering on their costs at the moment, and they do need to recover their costs. What works in favor of the customers that travel on, especially the trunk routes like Johannesburg, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, Johannesburg, Port Elizabeth, is that there is an abundance of capacity at the moment. And as long as that is the case, the airfares are going to remain low, bearing in mind that the airlines that are offering services on those routes still have more capacity to bring to the market at the appropriate times. And every time they do, the additional capacity invokes a lowering of the fares so that the capacity can fill up quite quickly, and that's going to stay the situation for the foreseeable future.
Can you tell us, in the immediate future, what domestic destinations are you looking to add to your network?
The next one, a little bit slow to get its act together, is Polokwane, but finally it has, and we will be adding Polokwane in due course. And the other one that we will be adding in due course is Richards Bay from Johannesburg. So those two are on the horizon. I don't have an exact date for them right now, but they will certainly be within the next weeks.
We've picked up that Airlink may be looking at a Joburg-George route. Can you tell us about this one?
Just to give you the formal position on Johannesburg-George, it is one of a few more domestic destinations that Airlink has interest in, mainly because we do see that it is a market both for local consumers as well as for international travelers. And it would be our mission to make sure that we have a service that provides air access to our local customers, as well as customers making connections of our international partners' flights, for example, Qatar and KLM Air France and British Airways and others. The other route that is important from a domestic destination perspective is Durban. We did offer services temporarily on Durban, and we see Durban in the long term as part of the Airlink network. And Durban is a route that at the moment seems to have high demand and possibly under capacity. And given the fact that strategically we see it as part of our long-term network, we will be offering services to Durban again in the near future. We don't have a date for starting that, but we are mindful of the fact that demand is running high on that route.
Thanks so much for joining us, Rodger.
Thank you. I hope it goes out well, and to let you know if you have further assistance.